BBC issue. You could discuss it with him, and he must endorse it. He's already endorsed it. So also we look to have a follow-up with the sittings. And gentlemen, thanks for the first sitting. Bram and Madiba. Actually, the design was different, but he decided to say
to change the design because the point is, but he didn't appear on it.
Yeah,
So I had to
Mandela
put
was
him on.
not there.
And I put also his logo there. What does he say there at the bottom?
It's fine.
Check there at the bottom.
Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world.
It's true.
So this donation was directly to Sanko, to Avis Academy, and the SACP. I think we are working as an alliance. We are celebrating Mandela, but also acknowledging that Abraham was his legal counsel in the Livonia tribe. So what?
Round.
Daniel Round. So there will be limited access. It will be yourself, guys, and the MEC this side, and some of the BAC members.
It's locked.
I won't be part of the sitting this side. It's only for VIPs. So I want these guys are in charge. Whatever happens here.
And you have forgotten to introduce the deputy secretary.
Oh, this is my deputy secretary. I guess she's shying away.
No.
And the guy on the camera is Abram Seketi. He's the one doing the video for us. We'll have a CD
Thank you very much.
after this thing. We will watch it. You'll receive it. Thank you so much.
So you must put on your shirts, otherwise you're going to look different.
No, what will happen is this. We promised people, they were counting the shirts, we promised the first 50 to 100 people to some shirts. So we'll see. We'll just give
Simple,
you.
you have to have a shirt.
Yes, sir.
They must give you shirts.
You have to have a shirt.
Yes.
You have to have a
The
shirt.
same answer.
Now, we look what this one is sound, but then I must get covered, not other one.
Okay, very
Have a
inside
night
is
shirt.
You think I can
67.
67?
This is also from office, but now he's a bit late.
Also the council.
Okay,
Money, the money ones.
President of the committee of South,
Okay.
which we say, in short, we say it's BC member, branch executive committee
Okay.
of South. But was for the branch, so national.
different minutes.
Money, he must put on his t-shirt.
Sunday and I'm all the little bit.
Are they going to
So far,
He's voting for his
t-shirt and it's not for banana.
No, what will happen is this, on the issue of t-shirts, we have 14 volunteers. So I've assigned people, but it's me who's in charge. No one will distribute them. Yeah, no, those things keep on my shirts. Lona fella separated the way school member.
The financial guys must be t-shirts.
Ngithi uzwa separate nama-shirts nje beka i-20 society and stuff like that, and then uzowadispesa ngizonika abantu.
Uthola kahle basisiphikisana uyamisa ifulani bona kahle bethu.
ninjani engathi aniphilanga kanje niyakodola ngizonifudumaza kungasikudalanga sesizoqala manje ngeprogram yethu sicela uku-apologize ukuthi khana siqala manje so sizocela wonke umuntu ongaphandle babujwaga. Yes, can you just ask everyone to come in ngoba siyavula manje. I'm going to call upon Mtatetifo to come and open the program for us with just a short version of a prayer. So after that, myself as the program director, I will obviously get straight to the program.
Sanbonani Dumilang, goeiemorgen, good morning. Bengela si sugmeni si shanung tanda domngane. Let's pray. Mudimu ndate, mudimu mora, mudimu moyo halelang. Mudimu abikanyo, wenandate, utepo ya rona, usisabelo sa rona. Ki mori kopani mona kadi 18 kata tidan date madiba. Erto celebrate centenary haye. Rekopula le Byc Braamfisher. Renali 20 years renali namo Braamfisher. Rakopandate oretele pele. Utame le pele date. Rekopa mamelo. Rekopa mashono. Rekopa mashasi. Ki mor kopani mona renali MEC ya rona ya infrastructure development. Ndate Jacob Mamabolo le encourage ya haye ndate kadi tulo. Kiba ni ba avisa academy le ndate ko baba amohela mo Braamfisher kama biso mararla ndate la morala mo yo halelang. Amen.
Thank you very much. My name is Tabang. As you see that I'm very short, I'm also going to make sure that our program is not long. By so saying, thank you very much, Tatetifo, for opening with that prayer. I think the first item on the program, Bahlali sizobiza i-Avisa Academy of Learning. Kintate Ditoeti, sizomsukumisa nje Bahlali. Ukuthi azoba our first speaker, then after him we will also request mhlambe with the revolutionary song is representative akunamagama wakhe representative from Sanko. I'm not sure if the ANC is here. I'm also told that we will have Pudemo. We'll also request if they are here Bazilana stage so that it's quicker and easier for them to come to the mic. And I think after them we'll then have Young Communist League. I see the provincial secretaries here. Then of course, after the Young Communist League, the keynote address we are going to receive. Provincial Secretary SACP, Dr. Jacob Mamabolo. Dr. Jacob Mamabolo will be the last after everybody has given their short messages of support. So, I program here to Bahlali. Ngishonya yabona ukuthi ifishana ngithi. Amandla. Away, two. Long live the spirit of Nelson Mandela, long live. Long live the spirit of Byc Braamfisher, long live. Long live Braamfisher, long live. Matla. Arona. Ngala umagama ngicela then ukuthi ngisukumise ubaba uDutoit. Even with the revolutionary song comrades, there's nothing wrong. Mr. Dutoit, over to you.
I'm very privileged that I can speak to you today. I've been part of this effort that we put here, this development program for a long time, 4 years, and we're trying to develop our young people. So I thought I must today just first of all tell you how pleased I am And I'm privileged that I am also the distinguished guests that we have here, the MEC and people like that have gone to the trouble to come here and come and support us. So what is very important today is just to tell you something about what we are standing here for. I want to quote something that the President Mandela himself said. He said, you know, a man is not so important as that what he leaves behind. So what they leave behind, that's really the things that make such a difference in people's lives. Now I've gone back into Braamfisher. Now Braamfisher was an Afrikaans family. They lived in Bloemfontein in Danpienaar. I know some of the sons. One son I know very well. And in fact, I've got great respect for them. And what is important is he was born in 1908 and he died in 1975. President Mandela was born in 1918 and 100 years ago, and today is 2018. So my belief is to say to you what I think they have left behind. Important is, I've made just a note here, and I know that I'm now being a bit subject because I'm using the two extreme icons of the country, plus Avisa, as if Avisa is another third icon. But you know what has to happen is, if we can't plant on and sow on the things that they have planted and sowed before, they have lived for nothing, and they haven't lived for nothing. So what has happened is that this particular center was only built in 2010. Now, long after the death of Braamfisher, but Mandela was one of the people that also activated them to, in fact, build these centers. And that's why in 1943, President Mandela established the Youth League, which was a major thing that he did. One of our ex-judges was nominated by him to be part of that. But then what happened is now, this was built in remembrance of Braamfisher many years ago. And what makes me so happy, Mr. MEC, is that you know what is very close to my heart, is that in 2010, when this center was built, my son and them built it. He was the project manager to build this thing. So the fact is, I've got then a long historic relationship with Braamfisher and what he left behind, because it is. Then, whether we agree with people or disagree with them and many different things, what is important is that what he left behind, we are building on. Now then you get Mandela, that came out of prison, and what happened was, he decided he's going to change things around also, so that these people that live in South Africa can be one group and not live on our diversity. But we must be proud of our diversity. But let us work together towards one country and become really as much as we can. That's why in Avisa, Academy of Learning, the first Avisa was established in 1982. So I've been around all that time to try and train people. And then I must tell you that the good Lord has called me about 5 years ago and said to me, I came with somebody here to this hall to come and talk to, and I was sitting there at the back, and they said, no, you come to the front, you tell us why you're here. I thought, why am I here? So then I got the word. The reason why I'm being put here is not to be another Braamfisher or another Mandela, because you know they are icons. Let's not look past that. But Avisa Academy of Learning must come here and help the youth to uplift them on a little bit. And of the first 20 people we had on training here, we wanted to have a graduation for them about a year ago. They couldn't even attend because they all have work. They were busy working, not close but many different places, 20 of them. And thereafter we've trained many other people. So I think that the good Lord has said to me, don't work for money. Come here and help to uplift my people, because I'm part of the people. And you know what? What is important is that we must believe in that. We must believe in what God has said to us. We must believe in what these two gentlemen did. Because you know, you will find that all the parties and whatever we have moved actually much closer to one another. Because I go to many of these meetings, and the first thing people do is they pray to God. And I always say to them, keep and then you can talk to God. And I want to leave something with you today. Please support this development situation, this new initiative that we have in this Braamfisher. I want to also thank people that are doing the new mine here. They've contributed to this situation today financially. So if it wasn't for people like that to contribute, we from Visa, you know, I want you to have your t-shirts just now. We decided to contribute that. And then I also just want to take one person, just put him out. Because he mustn't get a swollen head when I tell him this. But I have got a vision about Tsepo. Tsepo Gwadi, and I said to him, Tsepo Gwadi, you're a young man. Walk a straight road with God, because I can see there's something for you. You land into Parliament, and you must keep serving God when you get there, so that you can really serve your people. And what he's been doing the last couple of years that I've been with him, it is amazing what has happened. It's not easy to train people when we get the cricket grounds occasionally, and then when they have another function, you've got to be outside. Then when they do something, we've got to sit on the field there. Or when they're not busy, we've got to go elsewhere. But in spite of that, Tsepo and Tebogo and people like that have really persevered. And we've done a very fine job. I think they've done it. So from that point of view, I'll leave you with one thing that Avisa said. Avisa Kanivleni said, we must help the young people on their journey towards greatness. And you know how you get to the journey towards greatness? We must eradicate corruption in your heart. Don't go and talk about all the companies and stuff. We as people must first educate ourselves. We must be straightforward and honest and make sure that we clean. And in fact, is what I've got on the bottom of the shirt is what Mr. Mandela said. He said, you know, education is the best weapon to change any community, any country around. So let us educate our young people. So thank you for the opportunity that I have. God bless you.
Really want to tell you no, it's fine. I get it now. He's sitting next to very important people, so but it's fine. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Detroit, on behalf of Avisa Academy. I think that was a very important message to give, because Avisa Academy, they are teaching our young people for free in our area as we speak. And I think they are doing a tremendous job, because they are training young people in business administration. And I think them coming all the way from Pretoria to invest in our area, we're not taking that for granted. Thank you very much, Mr. Detroit. Our next speaker is Pudemo. Comrade from Pudemo. I know China, sorry, man, the program has shifted a bit. I know things of so maybe just get yourself ready. Maybe with just one revolutionary song, comrades, to welcome Comrade Tila. One revolutionary song. Makomandisi, haya makomandisi, haya makomandisi, haya makomandisi, 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 akumbuluhana makomandisi, akumbulu slova makomandisi, haya makomandisi.
Long live the revolution, long live.
Long live!
Long live the revolution, long live.
Long live!
Forward to socialism, forward.
Forward!
Manda.
Away!
Comrade, when we were invited to Braamfisher lecture, we had to ask ourselves, what is an African? Or as some would ask, what is a true African? How do we identify an African? Should it be by the color of their skin? Or should it be by the contribution they make or that they've made to the freedom of Africans, from colonialism to apartheid and moving forward? That is the question that we had asked ourselves when we were reflecting on the life of Braamfisher and others like Yusuf Dadoo, Ahmed Timol, Jos Lobo, and many others. We ask these questions because as comrades from Swaziland, we are also facing a problem where we are led or ruled by an absolute monarch. Some people will say that it is better that we are oppressed by a black man, because in the rest of Africa, there's the history of colonialism was so bad, and it is suggested that the whip of a black dictator is better than the whip of a white dictator. Now, this question, now, what is an African? And how do we identify an African? Marx has made us think that there is no difference between oppression by a black person and oppression by a white person, as we have seen in Swaziland. Swaziland is ruled by the Tinkhundla system. The Tinkhundla system is, in summary, an absolute monarchy. That is, it is a rule by the monarch, for the monarch. It was established on 12 April 1973, so it has been 45 years of Tinkhundla rule in Swaziland. Political parties were banned in 1973. The right to freedom of association, of movement, and of speech are heavily suppressed. So this year, for instance, the Tinkhundla system will be running its Tinkhundla elections to elect members of parliament. But this parliament that will be elected is elected in order to serve the interests of the king, not the interests of the people. It is nothing but a toy parliament from Swati to implement his decisions. In 2013, Swati redefined the system to help his puppet masters in Europe and in the USA. And he redefined the Tinkhundla system and called it monarchical democracy. If it is a monarchical democracy, it means it is a democracy for the monarch, by the monarch, for the benefit and interests of the monarch. He expanded and said it is a marriage between the monarch and the ballot box. So when anyone votes for a parliament, for anyone to go to Parliament of Swaziland, it means they are voting for that person to go and represent the interests of the monarch in Parliament. This has manifested itself in many different ways through the years. This year, Mswati celebrated his 50th birthday.
In the midst of deepened poverty in Swaziland, where 70% of the people live below poverty line, he was able to host a big birthday party for himself, celebrating 50 years, and spent at least 1 billion rands on that one day in April. Part of that money included a new private jet for himself, which cost around 500 million rands. On that day, he was wearing his suit, which was strapped with diamonds, amounting to not less than 6 million. On his wrist, he wore a watch, which cost about 21 million rands. That's all for himself. That is now in addition to other gifts he had bought for his many children and his wives across all his 13 palaces. So he wields absolute power, and he cannot be called to account for his actions. He's not accountable to anyone. He is not only above the law, he literally is the law. He says this must happen, and it happens. To fund this luxurious birthday party, he had to take part of the money from elderly grants, money that had been budgeted for people living with disabilities, and from the pension fund. He even ordered the soldiers, the police, and members of the correctional services to donate some part of their April salaries towards the birthday party. And also ordered the communities, through his chiefs, he told them that each chief must then contribute. That means the people in the communities, they must also contribute to that birthday party. So all these things happen, and because he cannot be called to account, he continues to do it, but he finds support again across the world. The Dingula system now, it is easy for other people outside Swaziland to look at the system and say it is an indigenous system, it is an African system. In fact, it is far away from that. There is nothing African and there is nothing indigenously African about the Dingula system. In fact, if you look at the history of the South African liberation struggle, it was from 1973 that the intensity of the attacks on the members of the ANC and the MK who were in Swaziland deepened. Many of them were even smuggled with the cooperation of the Swaziland regime into South Africa to face trial. Some were even killed. The first support that the late King Sobhuza got when he made that proclamation to ban political parties was in South Africa by the apartheid regime. It is the apartheid regime that he worked with to form that system. In fact, in 1978, the Prime Minister at that time even went to the US to convince the US that they must not sanction apartheid South Africa. He specifically said that they must not listen to those people who are outside in exile, Oliver Tambo and others who were calling for sanctions, because those people outside were inspired by foreign ideas. So they were friends with the apartheid regime, and they continued that friendship until it collapsed. That regime was defeated. So in Swaziland, we are again calling for the unbanning, the unconditional unbanning of political parties, the unconditional release of political prisoners, the unconditional return of political exiles like myself, and also the respect of the rights of assembly, of association, and of movement. We are continuing to fight for the freedom of the people of Swaziland. We're working with the South African Communist Party, the ANC, COSATU, and many other progressive forces in South Africa and outside South Africa. We are hoping that in our lifetime, we will also be free, like you are free now. We're hoping that the future, at least of Southern Africa, is a future of one people, so that we also fight, because we still will need to come together and fight against the colonial borders that were drawn without our cooperation and consent. Mandla! Mandla!
Thank you very much. That was a very important message to share. Ngiyathemba simzwile ngithi. Ezaseswatini. If awuzwanga kahle sizosala sikhumbuza ukuthi kwenzakalani. But thank you very much, leadership. I will request that maybe the remaining speakers they should not be long in their message of support. 5 minutes the most, because NAMI program it's tight. I think in our midst we also have got the leadership of, which I believe I made an error to not to acknowledge. I think when I started the program, the leadership of the South African Communist Party in Linda Jabane district, led by Comrade Africa, the district secretary. We also have got from the side of Sanko, our alliance partner. We are having they are led actually by their deputy chairperson of the zone, and I'm also told that from the ANC, I think we only have got the deputy chairperson from the branch, but we are told other comrades are still coming. So, and of course, the branch leadership of Sanko that has made this event possible, together with us as the SACP in Henry Kulube branch, and obviously the sub-district leadership of the SACP as well. I think I've seen them around. I think just before the keynote speak, which will be delivered by Comrade Mamabolo, we will have an item by a group called Art 24 Academy. They will give us an item. So, I think the next speaker is the Provincial Secretary, Alex Mdagani, the Secretary of Young Communist League.
Amandla yonke indawo umzabala uyasivume yonke indawo yonke indawo uyasivume yonke indawo wathele nale Viva Braamfisher, viva! 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 Long live the fighting spirit of Nelson Mandela, long live! Long live Mandela, long live! Long live Christian, long live! Long live Joseph, long live! Long live, long live! Long live, long live! Long live Braamfisher, long live! Amandla! Sendibapheme ke manje. Hey, bese ndlala nanokulala. Yazi lokhu nginibuka ngawani. Bese kuthi ngivula ibhodi lapha ngibhala abakhulumayo nabalele njengasesikoleni. Sanibonani? Ninjani Braamfisher? Ngiyanibona ukuthi niyaphila. Sila njenge Young Communist League of South Africa, okuyi youth wing ye-South African Communist Party. Asizukuba mude. Angiqale ngibingelele i-leadership ye-Pudemo representwa uComrade uPhayas. Kunento ebuhlungu eyenzeke eSwaziland usenitshelile ngayo njengama-activists aseBraamfisher niyazi ukuthi yini ekumele niyenze. Ngibingelele i-leadership ye-Alliance ANC Sanko Kosathu. Ngibingelele ama-comrade aphuma kwi-Avisa. Is it safe to call you comrades? I think it's very safe. I mean, given the amount of work that you do in this community, it's safe to call you comrades. So, hello, comrades. Ngibingelele i-leadership ye-South African Communist Party with-district, the leadership ye-SACP, led by uComrade Jacob Mamabulo, the provincial secretary in the province. Angiqale nje ngento ebaluleke kakhulu. Mhlawumbe ngithi on behalf of the community of Braamfisher, Comrade Mamabulo, let us thank you for the work that you have done in your capacity where you are deployed in government under the Department of Infrastructure Development. Ngizokuthola i-department isikhande izikole eziwu-4 njengamanje ibhizinisi esi-5 kule community. Niyazi makukhanda isikole kwenzakalani kwi-community? Ushintsha i-face ye-community. Mawukhanda isikole ku-community, kuma nama-employment and work opportunities. Mawukhanda isikole ku-community, you inspire young people to think twice about going to school or about staying at home and not going to school. You inspire the parents to take active interest kwimfundo yabantwana. So iBraamfisher lento yenzakala la eBraamfisher Comrade Jacob ngathi ngaqhubeka yenzeke kwamanye ama-communities. Ngazi ukuthi isandla that we are seeing here in Braamfisher could be extended to other communities elsewhere in Gauteng. I know there's a lot of work that the department does in other communities, but ngathi singawa multiply lama efforts, especially the partnership that we think the department should forge with the training academy efana ne-Avisa. Yazi ayikho into ebuhlungu njengokuthi ube ne-skill mhlambe osithole ngenxa yetoho uyofixa ugesi lapha kule sikole lezi sisikhandayo ekhandwa i-department, or uyofisa uyokwenza i-plumbing, ufika uthole i-skill sokuba i-plumber, uthole i-skill sokuba i-electrician, but leso skill asina-certificate. Mawuphela umsebenzi lapha esikoleni uthi uyofesa uthi hayi ngine-experience of-electrician, bethi siphi i-certificate, uthole ukuthi asikho. So let us forge a partnership with the Avisa so that we ensure that all these young people, esibabonile masingena la eBraamfisher size kule program, abanye uyababona nkosi yami ukuthi abasena ihope, babulawa ama-drugs, babulawa inyawupe, babulawa i-poverty, so that those young people can be able to attain the accreditation for the skills abathola ngala matoho amancane. So mphakathi waseBraamfisher, we are very lucky. And we thank the Department of Infrastructure Development. The relationship between Comrade Nelson Mandela and Comrade Braamfisher was a relationship of solidarity. So we are here as the Young Communist League to pledge our solidarity with you as umphakathi waseBraamfisher to combat corruption yokuthengisa kwezindlu, to combat corruption yokuthi ukuthi maqashwa kuqashwe abantwana bakazibanibani kuyeka abantwana bakazibanibani. Combat corruption Yokuthi ama-opportunities ekumele aya kwi-youth yakule lokhuzana yakule township engayi kumphakathi wonke kodwa ubona umuntu oyedwa ngaso sonke isikhathi yena othola amathuba asizukhuluma kakhulu sibilivela ku-action kunama-program amaningi esaziyo ukuthi niwaplanile nifuna ukuthi niwenze sithi sobe sinani sihamba nani sibambe izandla nani amandla awethu.
That is a young lion, I think in Mzwela, angithi. We thinta la kumele ithintwe khona, la kubuhlungu khona. Thank you very much, Comrade Mdakane, for the message of support. I think that was very key, but also very brief. Siyamuva bafethu kwi-program yethu. I think kwi-program yami Magbega, we are left with the Sanko, but I believe Sanko made a special request that chairperson of the branch, so I'm not sure, Chan, are you the one going first or the zone? Because we're supposed to give one speaker, you see, but now you are hijacking my program. Yeah, also you will speak. I think I will be giving the next opportunity to the leadership of Sanko. Yes, the chairperson of Sanko, and after him, I will request the ANC to prepare themselves, and I think the district of the SACP. They will be the one, but I think just before the district of the SSCP, just after the ANC, I think I will request Lisa, you guys maybe just prepare yourself to give us an item in that fashion.
Kunephutha elikhulu engilenzile engingaze ngisaspend. Ngikhohle acknowledge Nkosi yami ku-Deputy National Secretary we-Young Communist League, Comrade Isaac Luthuli. Mfoka Luthuli ngisacela nje usuma kancane bekubone. Ninenhlanhla nihanjelwa abantu bale phezulu. Ngiyabonga, ngibonga kakhulu.
Amandla, Arona, angithi ngizwile kuthiwa silakhi sumphakathi waseBraamfisher. I think in that note sizomela ukuthi si-protect zonke le ikolo lezi, even if singakwata kangakanani, even if singaba angry ngamanye ama-shortcomings we-service delivery, because this is state-of-the-art schools that are costing our own government millions and millions of rands, and they are only found in Braamfisher. As we speak, we are about to build the Braamfisher primary, and sizobe seleje ngekhula nolwazi phase 4. It means all the schools in Braamfisher, they will be state of the art. Ukuyibona khona iklasi eline toilet ngaphakathi. Umntana akasaphumele ngaphandle makumele ayoqhama nje khona la. Abantwana bafundiswa ngama-smart board, ayisekho lento amachoko nani. MEC, in your capacity, I think I'm not going to repeat what the provincial secretary has said. As a program director, let me not give a speech, but I was just emphasizing what the Young Communist League have said, that the Department of Infrastructure and Development is siyayibonga ngomsebenzi omuhle abasenzela wona sumphakathi waseBraamfisher. Then in that version, the chairperson of Sanko, ngicela nje simsukumiseni nje with a revolutionary song. Halala yasetshenzilwa, halala yasetshenzilwa, halala yasetshenzilwa, hayingilwa ngethenda.
man. No, man, comrade, man. First of all, I would like to appreciate all the speakers that have spoken before me. You know, as a young person to speak after the older people is very difficult. But comrade, I'm standing here as the branch chairperson of SANCO in Ward 49. Then, comrade, first of all, I would like to appreciate Comrade Jacob Mamabolo, Byc Braamfisher, comrade, at the Byc Academy. We thank you because we were sitting and drafting program of action of SANCO, comrade. In our short term in office, comrade, we only have 2 months. We are approaching our 2 months in office, comrade. Then we had an issue of a lecture. Then I told Nobala, it's better we align our lecture with the political parties because we are a civic movement, but we have interest in politics, comrade. Then Nobala convened them. Fortunately, SACP was equally to the task, comrade. We are here because of SANCO, and I'm not apologetic about that, comrade. SANCO is the initiator of this thing. But unfortunately, we are not a political party. Then we need political parties to intervene, comrade. Then SACP was equally to the task, comrade. Then, comrade, as SANCO, comrade, now we are born out of a tragedy, comrade. You know, we're from something we call Soweto Civic Association, Alexandra, and Transvaal, comrade. But we are formed out of a tragedy in 1979, comrade. The tragedy that happened in Deep Kloof, comrade. Where was the bus tragedy, comrade? All the association, civic association, they met together and said, let's have a group of 10, comrade, so that we can bury those people that died in the bus accident, comrade. After they buried those people, comrade, then they said, no, it's better this group of 10, we are not disbanding this one. Let's keep them intact. That's where we are born as SANCO, comrade. We are born out of tragedy. That's why we will always remain poor of the poorest, comrade. Because we are born out of tragedy, comrade. And I would like to thank my BEC to be here, comrade. Comrade, we really appreciate, comrade, for you to believe in us, comrade, because this task was given to me and Nobala. But, comrade, I appreciate you, the BEC, comrade, and the BEC of SACP, we appreciate you as well, comrade, to be equally to the task when we needed you, comrade. Comrade, but we are here about Utata Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela, comrade. We are here about Nelson Mandela, comrade, and some of us, I can say proudly so, we got the privilege and the benefits of Mandela, comrade, to go to any institution in the country of your choice, comrade. Remember, they fight for only one thing, comrade, for now let our people be free, comrade, and be liberated, comrade. We shouldn't be the comrade of other comrades, but we should be free and liberated, comrade. But there is a task team, comrade, that makes this city to be where it is, comrade. There is a city, comrade, of, I call them the young activists of Braamfisher, comrade, Comrade Tsepo Khwani, the Secretary of SANCO. We appreciate you, Chana. Comrade Bashiru. Raise your head, comrade, Mano. We appreciate you, comrade. Without you, we will never have this city, comrade. We appreciate, comrades, and the secretary of the party, comrade Tabang Mate, comrade, they were equally to the task, comrade. The comrade never shy away from the task when we say, comrade, you know what, comrade, we're thinking of doing a lecture of Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela. But we are not forgetting Umama Albertina Sisulu, comrade. It's a program that will unfold on itself, comrade. Because it also has a 100 centimeter, comrade, the problem. Centenary, comrade. Yeah. So there's a problem, comrade. Came with the sheep, comrade. But comrade, as comrade, we like to appreciate the community of Braamfisher to be here and all the stakeholders that they participated, comrade. We'd like to thank you. And comrade, this is not the end, this is the beginning. Remember, Esang, we've got 2 months, we are approaching 2 months in office, comrade. But we are saying, this is not the end, and this is not the beginning. And we are not forgetting or advocate Braamfisher, comrade, who advocated, comrade, during the apartheid era, comrade. We shouldn't shy away, comrade, from our ANC, comrade. You must understand the apartheid regime took 46 years, comrade, in power, comrade. And our leadership, comrade, it only took 22 years, comrade. We can't say they are losers, comrade. Because the apartheid regime, comrade, took 46 years in power, comrade. Then, comrade, I can see, comrade, or no, I'm taking enough time from you, comrade, but I think my part, I've done it, comrade. Then, comrade, I'm saying we'll rally behind Comrade Matamela next year as Sanko at 49 for the elections that 2019, comrade. 2021 we'll rally behind ANC, comrade. Not forgetting what's happening Saturday, comrade Mamabolo. Yes, we'll rally behind you, comrade, as well. Now, comrade, I like to appreciate the opportunity that was given to me, comrade. It's a pity, comrade, time was limited, comrade. 5 minutes, comrade. I really appreciate. Gereza koe na gereza koe bangayaziyo abazange bayo. Gereza koe na gereza koe bangayaziyo abazange bayo. Abazange bayo ne abazange bayo. Abazange bayo.
All right, comrades, the ANC is now on the podium. Umama naye uthi ANC mkhabulisile ingoma ze ANC, so uthi ufuna ukusikhiphela yakhe in that fashion.
Ayatu mama kosikazi, ayatu mama kosikazi, ayatu mama kosikazi, ayangene palamente, ayatu mama kosikazi, ayatu mama kosikazi, ayatu mama kosikazi. And fellow community, I would like to honor the opportunity and Tengaitola as a chairperson of the ANC, Award 49, deputy chair of the ANC, Award 49. My name is Comrade Nomakala Njingil. Firstly, Zotanda Upulisa, Kiko Kodete, ku-MEC othe wasivakashela uMama Bulo Ngibulise neyinkokheli zonke ezikhona, ngibulise abahlali, ngibulise i-leadership yonke yase Braamfisher. Amandla. Comrades, actually, this is not my position, but as a soldier, asithi deploy ban. If there's a need or a time, you stand up, uthathe umkhonto, uhambe uyolwa. So I'm here to fight because I didn't prepare myself, comrades. We're deploying a secretary, but unfortunately, we're busy when you event. As today, we're here, comrade, our late comrade, President Nelson Mandela. Today, sihlala Braamfisher because of a comrade. And today, siyam honora, if it was not him, mhlambe some of us, we don't even have these houses as nazo today. You know, at some point, comrades, siba confused, mhlambe, as comrades in the community of Braamfisher, to say, at some point there will be questions to say, the ANC, what has done? Comrade, ANC has done a lot. Because namhlanje sinezindlu. If it was not ubaba uMandela ngabe asikho la eBraamfisher. Uye owasakhele lezindlu esihlala kuyo namhlanje. And the other thing, comrades, I want to appreciate uMEC wethu uMamabulu. As comrades ashilo, usesakhele izikolo ezi-different. Ekhlalen, izikolo esinazo they are like ama-college, ama-universities. Sithanda ukumbonga uComrade uMamabulu kanye noComrade uMEC uPanyaza. Because of collective, yiba abakhona ukusenzela izikolo that we are having today here in Braamfisher. And siyabonga, there is another school that is coming, Braamfisher Primary. Esathi must take over the leadership. Sayibiza ngoBraamfisher because we knew ukuthi uBraamfisher, he was an advocate of Babu Mandela ngesikhathi se-apartheid regime. Ngakho-ke ma-comrades, nani bahlali, ngicela ukudlulisa lo mlayezo omkhulu to say, when we are going to build iBraamfisher, all of us, we must give the Saskolo support. We don't want to see our own comrades, our own community, kubo yibo abastopa i-project. I think MEC is here and he will witness what I'm saying, comrades. Because I know we are going to fight amongst ourselves. Singapore bona iskolo sikube. Now we're saying all of us, sizos monitor this school and we'll make sure ukuthi iskolo siyakhiwa because ukwakhiwa kwesikole is the future of our children. Ucomrade la umile wakhuluma to say it's also going to build imisebenzi for abantu abangasebenzi. Therefore, comrades, we are not going to fight for ISKCON and no one is going to stop the project ISKCON. ISKCON must continue. Whether ungenile or ungenanga, ISKCON kumele sakhiwe siqhubekele phambili. Sithathe ama-differences wethu maqabane siwabeke eceleni and make sure ukuthi we are going to build isikolo all of us. Because of lesikolo lesi sisilwele up until abo MEC, both uMamabulu noPanyaza, they responded to isikolo. So namhlanje, comrades, we are saying si celebrate 100 years katata uNelson Mandela together no mama uAlbertina Sisulu. Naye wenza 100 years namhlanje. Nathi mhlawumbe on our side as women we are saying halala to Mama Masisulu because nathi today we are what we are because of Umam Sisulu. And a comrade, I'm having a small problem. ukuthi i-patriarchy it's still continuing in South Africa okanye kuma organization wethu. When I'm looking at this table, ngibona abotata bodwa. I don't know where are women. Sifuna ukubona nabo mama. Let's do away with patriarchy. When we elect the leadership, must also involve abo mama to top position. Sekele ukwenza abo mama ungathi they don't know nothing. Abo mama they are big. Abo mama they know everything. Abo mama babamba umese ngasebukhalini. And umama, she can raise kids without father. Ikaya elingana mama liyabanda, but ikaya elino mama lifudume. Therefore, let's make sure that when we elect our leadership, sifaka bo mama, so that inhlangano zizokhula, sikhule sonke, siqhubekele phambili. Amandla comrade nge-ANC amandla. I'm standing here, comrade, on behalf of the ANC amandla. Comrade, let us not forget 2019 and support our new president, Comrade Cyril Ramaphosa. Amandla! Amandla! Thank you.
I will then request just an item, you know, I think Bazobona, because it's an art group, Bazobona Gutibas bless her with how many songs. Then I will then after request the district secretary, I think he'll be the one to come to the podium. But before Act 24, let me acknowledge the presence of the secretary of the ANC, who was supposed to be the actual speaker, Kana Efiga. You are welcome, Comrade Hector. Let me also acknowledge also the presence, the leadership, YCL in Linda Jabani district. Comrade Ali Pombo and Comrade Gaddafi. Welcome, comrades. In that note, over to you, Act 24.
I was born to be a peacemaker. And I was born to be a peacemaker, but now is now creating chaos. But I was named to stop and break all riots. One day, I'll be flying in place of a pilot, but not too high, because life ends within a second. That final moment of silence that brings forth peace and quiet, although people will talk about it, just listening to me is due. You hear things about me that are true, or we hear everything I've went through. All of these other little programs like what I leave behind to tell the truth. My generation, a perfect example of a doomed youth. They'll make to think what's wrong is right telephonically via Bluetooth. A new era, entertainment will introduce. Ignorance won't allow your mind to reproduce. It won't allow your minds to conclude. Take what you hear, put it to good use. You see, I too was born from a broken home. A young boy with no father in need of a male figure. Someone to call dad, Baba, whatever it is that you want to call him. Someone to give me a blueprint into manhood. My first direction was taboo. My mother couldn't talk openly about it, left me all sad and confused. Later the pain turned into pleasure. I recreated the brokenness. I got your mother pregnant and suddenly everything was a mess. But I begged her to act like someone's mother. Teach my baby girl one love. Let her give her a brother from the same father. Give her that masculine love so she doesn't make all these broken men holes. You can't be a mother and fly by night. We all know what happens at night. The devil takes flight. I said, the government because God not look jump again. Tatum Shanya look clean it again. Says Joya look Salek again. He's on his other hand was clean it to bed. And I was born to be a peacemaker. At 24 Academy, we aim to be game changers.
Thank you very much. At Academy, at 24 Academy, Base Protea Library.
Mandla, away to Mata, Aruna, all power. Now, Program Director, first let me acknowledge the time that you have given to us as a district to upbring the Provincial Secretary of the South African Communist Party in Gauteng Province, who always likes to make introductions of others, but he doesn't like the introduction to be done on him. But in few sentences, he's the current and leading Provincial Secretary of Gauteng, and he's also the member of the Provincial Executive Committee of the African National Congress, and that's the list that I can give you about him. Long live Nelson Mandela, long live.
Long live.
Long live Braamfisher, long live.
Long live.
Long live Nomzamo, Winnie Mandela, long live.
Long live.
Long live Moses Kotani, long live.
Long live.
Long live Julius Mulai, long live.
Long live.
Long live Nkoni Maruping, long live.
Long live.
Amanda. Viva Sanko, viva.
Viva.
Viva Kosatu, viva.
Viva.
Viva YCL, viva.
Viva.
Viva ANC Youth League, viva.
Viva.
Viva ANC Women's League, viva.
Viva.
Viva ANC Veterans League, viva.
Viva.
Viva MKMVA, viva.
Viva.
Amanda. 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 Thank you very much, our program director, who is also the branch secretary of the South African Communist Party in Braamfisher. Comrade Taban Siamon. Now, Samatomo, Pilikitwela Pele, the group that performed here. Lina Labona ke Baba Vita, Akitibi Barba Choko Art Academy, Okarangabi Kingwadi Lina Lalena. Samatomo Rikili for the very good performance. Yeli, that was very good. Grata go le leboga ke be ke le lebogishene ke re go lena le skaba la ba la tsoga le dumetse gore group ya lena batho ba itsene ka mogare ba isenye ba ishwala lae miracle o dira mo, it's a very good job. Beanong ka gore ke na le miracle mongwe o mokgatlo mpile ngona wa go ba MEC ya infrastructure development. And I research re butse dikolo tse tharo and ke be ke le gona ka moka ga tsona. Beanong ke a makala gore nkane ka tšatši le re bula dikolo ke sa ba ka le bona gore le be le ile kae. Batho ba Braamfisher ba tla ntshwarela ke tlo bolela ka Sepedi and I'm sure tla kwana. Beanong ke rata gore go lena ke re lena batho ba cultural performance here e se kgale pele ngwago fela go na le project e pedi tse re ke tlo tla mo for tsona. Ya mathomo re tlo dira sword turning le ge nkane o tla ka etela re bontšhe batho re tlo aga sekolo sa Braamfisher. Beanong ge re tlo tla mo re tla dira mokete o monnyane ke tla tla le MEC le sufi lena le tlo performa ka letšatši leo. And a le tlo performa I'm sure le tlo dira tše pedi tše tharo kore re tlo dira mokete le lena because miracle o dirang ke bona gore batho ba mo Braamfisher ba swantše go be le ba bantši bana ba e leng gore ba tla dira miracle o dirang le ge mohlomongwe ba ka no se dire exactly mara di drama di art poems tša mefutafuta tsona tše di dirang tše ke tsona tše e leng gore di tlo godiša batho tša ntšha bana ko gare ga mathata ba ka tsenang mo gare ga ona. Tša bomme ke a bona ke lena bontate fela ga gona taba re ka se be ra re tla le transformera tsa ntšha basadi ka gore ke a banna ke e bone mara ga gona le basadi ka mona okay ngwana koša di ra bolawe le tša bomme di be gona tša bana tša mefutafuta di-cultural le lena le ile o forma tše dingwe sekolo se sengwe le se sengwe le ye gobane le di-group le barute ka gore ke le bone le a kgona and well done to you ke le leboe. Now sa bobedi kore ke na le matlanyana a mangwe ka gore ke moetapele wa Communist Party ke rata go kgopela Isaac Lethule gore ke be ke lebetse ntate you are a national leader o moetapele wa mo South Africa wa Young Communist League. Re a tseba gore ga e o tswa KwaZulu Natal mara ino tla le wena o dule le rena mo o tlo dile mo ntate re go tlhomphe gabotse re ska tara dira phoso singayenzi iphutha baba Luthuli izalapha phambili siobserve iprotocol kahle protocol yethu uqale nathi la phambili yambona lo baba umuntu usasemncane kakhulu we deputy national secretary young communist league Young Communist League ifana nje ne-ANC Youth League but le yethu ye-Communist Party bane-Congress this year ye-YCL and I think Alex Gauteng Province should look at this young man. He looks very good. I can't say you enter your leadership issues but congratulations to him. Fortunately, Isaac, I had the privilege of being the national coordinator of re-establishing the Young Communist League. And we are the ones who went to the SACP to ask in 1998, in Shaft 17, we are the ones who went to ask for the SACP to establish the Young Communist League. I'm speaking from what I know. But Byc Braamfisher ke gona le baetapele ba bantšhimo ba mokgatlo wa ANC wa SACP le SANCO maina a bona ke a ngwadile mo kamka ga bona nka ba bana empa ke rata gore go baetapele ba kere go bona batho ba ba dutšeng mo sa le ba dula mo ba bangwe ba bona go thoma ka 9 o'clock bjanong and isheti ile 1 and ka spedi tšefu fa ka mošwang o re isheti ile bo 1 o'clock bjalo ke nako ya gore se ka šaetša ditokelo tša batho ka gore Braamfisher le Nelson Mandela ba tlalwa le rena ge re ka se tlhompe ditokelo tša batho sa le ba eka mofurogong bjalong ke rata gore go baetapele ka moka ga bona ke sa ba kgetholle ke re go bona ke re a le dumediša re a le leboga and ke thabela le unity e ke bona mo ya SANCO ANC SACP babereki ba gona ka marako sa ANC le SANCO Unity Alliance ke a le lebogiša le tla ntshwarela for nako re tlhompe batho ba ba leng mo ke le dumediša ka moka ga lena baetapele ba ba leng gona mo and ke rata gore unity e le sware ka gore ke yona unity e tlo re tswetsang pele I'm sure ba nkwele baetapele ka moka ga bona bo Afrika empa e re ke dumediše ba academy ya rena ka gore ba mphile le t-shirt bjanong nka sebe ka se ba dumediše ba mphile skipa le a se bona ke se apere ke rata gore le bona le ba bethele matsogo for mošomo ba o dirang Abusa Learning Academy ke rata go ba leboga go na le ba bangwe ba mphatlhalatsane le bona ke rata go ba leboga ge ba le gona mo empa se segolo ke lena badudi ba Braamfisherville. Now e reng ke le tlhalosetse gore ka letšatši le la mamotla ke kgopetše ke ba mokgatlo wa branch ya SACP ba bereka le mekgatlo ya Alliance SANCO ANC le COSATU ba re e reng ka letšatši le la mamotla le letšatši le ke letšatši la bohlokwa lefaseng ka bophara bjanong ke rata gore lena badudi ke re ba le kgonneng go tla mo ge le dutše mo ka ona mokgwa le dutšeng le swana le batho ba lefase ka moka ga bona ka gore ka letšatši le la mamotlhale lefase ka bophara South Africa ka moka ga yona le tla re ge le theeletša di-TV di-radio le bala dikuranta ya ba gona le thomang go bona gore le dirile mošomo mo botse kudu-kudu wa go tla mo holong ye mamotla re tlo gopola letšatši la pelego mengwaga e legolo 100 years ye re bitsang centenary e ba re centenary ba no ra gore 100 years ya go gopola Nelson Mandela gape ka lona letšatši le ba baetapele bona ba ke ba boletseng ka moka ga bona ba rile a re gopoleng Braamfisher ka gore mo ke Braamfisher Braamfisher ba mo tlhalositse Mr. Ditoit ba re e be le komonisi ya ba moemedi wa Nelson Mandela ka trial le baetapele ba bangwe ba ba tshwerweng ka mo Lilies Farm le yena o ile a swarwa a isha tronkong a tshwara ke cancer a itlhokofalela bjano letšatši le la mamotlhale go no tla ga lena mo ke rata go le leboga ke rile ge ke tsena mo moetapele a re go nna re dio thabela go le gona le go ka se bolele mara go dio re tlile re kgotsofetse bjanong ke rata go e bušetša go lena gore lebaka la gore le tlhwele mo le dutše mo la dula mo lena le rena ene ke a tseba gore mošomo o mongwe wa bobedi o e leng gore swantse re o dire ka lebelo gore go na le ntlo ya mme o mogolo ba e leng gore šetše le ba bagolo o dula le bana ba bannyane ke ntlo ya RDP ntlo yeo ya ba sokodiša ya ba tshwenya bjalong ke tlo kgopela gore baetapele ba kwane gore re tlo ya ko ntlong yeo ra ilo thuša badudi ba ntlo yeo magoko le bana ba dulang le bona ba bone gore ba ka ba thuša bjang bjanong ke mošomo mongwe wa bobedi o re tlo o dirang ge re tswa mo re a ya ra ilo thuša mme ka letšatši le la mamotlha la gopola Nelson Mandela tswalo ya gage le mošomo o dirileng rena re ilo no ya ko ntlong le go ka no fitlha wa se dire selo go no re ka re matsogo ka moka re ba bantšhi ka se ba swara empa go no ya wa fitlha wa ema mola ra lebelela ra thekga ba ba thekgang re ka ba re dirile mošomo o mo botse kudu-kudu wa letšatši le la mamotlha bjanong go lena ba le kgonneng go tla mo ke rata gore lena gore batho ge ba re ne o le kae ka letšatši le la mamotlhaleng gore a wa ko Braamfisherville re ile ra ba le modiro ra ba ra kry-a di-cultural performance ra ba le batho ra gopola letšatši la mamotlha empa ra gopola Braamfisher ka boyena Braamfisher ke Abraham e ne e le gore papage ra golwa go motheeletseng ke Abraham bjanong I'm sure ba no e kgaola ba re Braamfisher ke batho ba e leng gore ba tlile mo South Africa ka nako hela ya morago ntata bona kgale ka bo 1652 ka mengwagela kwa kgale kwa morago mathomo ba tlile mo ba itšwela Europe ntata bona o ile a tla mo a tlo bereka ka mo Cape Town mošomo ola wa tšwela ba o bitšang Dutch East India Company tšela tša kwa morago 16 something ke nako e ba ileng ba connecta go tšwa gona kua go a bana le difamily tša bona ntši di bile go tlobelegwa bo Braamfisher bjanong ke rata gore go lena badudi ke re ka lebaka la nako ke tata ke tla ka bereka le ba academy ka bereka le lena baetapele ra dira di-series of lectures re sena bothata bja nako re tlile ka nako go sena go lokiša ntlo ra bolela ka Braamfisher Nelson Mandela Moses Kotane Julius Bulai Nkoni Marupeng Nomzamo Winnie Madikizela Mandela ra bolela ka baetapele ba ka moka ga bona so that for today re ska ta ra tšea nako ka gore re šaeditše bošaedi ke rena re tšere nako re be re saemetše le ba bangwe empa ke rata gore le ska la tshwenyega kudu re tlo thoma ene ke tla announce ge ke fetša mo gore re tlo ya pele bjang now se sengwe se ke ratang go no le botsa sona gore mamotla le seke la lebala mme Albertina Sisulu mo dipelong tša lena mo menaganong ya lena gopolang mme Albertina Sisulu o e leng gore le yena o tswetswe ka ngwaga o motee le bona bo Nelson Mandela mokgatlo wa ANC o o eteletšeng pele Alliance o rile ka lona letšatši le la mamotlhaleng ngwaga o a re ba gopoleng baetapele ba re se ka ba lebala bjanong ke rata gore go lena ke re a re gopoleng gape gore maobane go na le ba bangwe ba lena le ka no ba ditheleditšeng mopresidente wa America wa maloba Barack Obama le mone o batlile mo South Africa tlo celebrate le rena ke gopela gore molaetša wa ge le lo bale ba ba ka nyakang go no kwa ba o ko gore na o rileng ka bophelo bja Nelson Mandela bjano ke ka lebaka leo ke ratang gore go lena gore mamotla ke letšatši le leng gore lefase ka bophara ba lebeletše gore na dilo di sepela bjang ge re gopola bophelo bja Nelson Mandela ka moka ga bona ba etapele mamotla bjalo ka rena ba gopola letšatši le la today. Now ke rata gore go lena ke re ge re gopola bophelo bja Braamfisher le Nelson Mandela re ka summarize ka mantswe a mararo ba ke ba etapele ba ileng gore ba ile ba phela bophelo bjo re ka reng ba ile ba sacrifice o re ile gore nyako tseba ka Nelson Mandela le Braamfisher ba gopola mamotla le Winnie Mandela le Mama Albertina Sisulu ka moka ga bona ka gore lefelo le la lena la Braamfisherville ke lefelo le leng gore le ikeme magetleng a baetapele ba maemo a godimo kudu-kudu bjanong baetapele ba ka moka ga bona go bonagala le gopole bophelo bja sacrifice motho a tsebe gore yena o ikemišeditše go thuša batho e seng yena fela ka mantswe a mangwe o sacrifice bophelo bja gago o itimetše o ka itimang tšona gore o thuše batho bjalo ka ge le tlile mo ebile re ile o thuša mme kontlong ya lenko yona sa bobedi go na le principle e nngwe ye e leng gore le bona ba tloga ba ikeme ka yona ya service to the people go na le baetapele ba e leng gore ba no tama ba utswa le nage ba lebeletse dipotla tša bona ba sa lebelele setšhaba go le moetapele o swantše o serve batho gore na o patelwa bokae o fiwa bokae e emele ko theko go thome fela gore wena o nyaka o berekela setšhaba o thuše batho o thuše community ya Braamfisher yeo le mo go yona serve the people ge ba go patetše ba go patetše ge ba sa go patela wena tšwetša mošomo wa go serva community bjalo ka bontate ba le ba ba epela mo ba re fa message ya tsebe gore ba patelwa a tsebe gore ba patelwa a tsebe gore ba tla ba patela ke mang. That is a good principle to serve the people of Braamfisher with dance, with music, with poetry ka mokgwa o ka kgonang le go ka no ro sepela mo Braamfisher wa topa pampiri wa ela thela ko dustbining o tla ba o seva batho go seva batho a gore o robe MC go ba o be councilora go no ra gore wena o le motho o ithope o serve batho. So you must sacrifice, serve the people, and o be selfless. Motho go ba selfless wa ithata empora ta batho ba bangwe. And motho ba selfless ga se motho e leng gore o lebella dipotla tša gage pele ke mo ka re batho ke tla ba bona ka morago. So we must be willing to sacrifice to serve and to live a selfless life. Mo e leng gore wa tseba gore ka Sepedi ba re motho ke motho ka batho umuntu ngabantu. You are who you are because of the other people. Ge gona bjalong o ka tšwa mo Braamfisher wa ya ko leganateng wa dula o le tee go sena batho a gona motho a tla tsebang le leina la gago gore ke wena mang. Bjanong o dira ba botho ke batho bjanong ke tsona di-principle tse ke ratang gore baetapele ka moka ga bona le rena ge re dutše mo ga re ithuteng gore re serve batho ka nako ya bo Nelson Mandela le bo Braamfisher pele go be go sena ditendera tender e be e sego empa ke baetapele ba e leng gore ba ile ba kgona go serva community. Bjanong e re ke se ka tswela pele kudu ke re go lena ke re mo motseng wa Braamfisherville ke kwile baetapele ba mpotsa gore go na le mathata a le lebaneng le ona mo ene mathata ao re tlo šoma ka moka ga rena le lena le batho ba IPWP ke a ba bona re tlo šoma gore re kgone go bona rena re ka thuša bjang mo go dilwang gona mo le a tseba gore weekend e go na le province ya mokgatlo wa ANC mo Gauteng ba kopana empa re ka emela diphetho le di-outcomes tša conference ya ANC re bone gore mo Braamfisherville re ka di berekiša bjang go tšwetša maphelo a batho pele masepala wa city ya Johannesburg le a o bona o swere ke majela thoko re swantse re itukišetše gore re na le badudi ba mo Braamfisherville re ka šoma bjang gore mmušo o se ka boela ko matsogong a le a batho ba kgale ba re kweša botlhoko ke a bona mo go na le bomme le bontate ba bagolo ba kgale ba e leng gore mokgwa ona wa kgale wa apartheid ba o tseba mokgatlo wa DA ke mokgatlo wa apartheid and IGA ke ino ba ka ona mogolo bjanong rena badudi ba Braamfisherville re swantse re bone gore re ka šoma bjang re tšwele pele re tlo tšwetša pele diphetho tšeo di tla bang di tšere ke mokgatlo wa ANC mo conferenceng le mekgatlo e mengwe ya alliance se sengwe gape se ke ratang gore go lena kore a re thekgeng program ya Cyril Ramaphosa mopresidente wa ANC wa kgethilweng mo conference e swaretsweng mo nageng go na le moetapele o mongwe wa Sanko mo o boletse ka yona a re boneng gore re thekga program re bjalo ka ge mopresidente Ramaphosa a bolela le rena re re thoma mina roma nna ke bone gore nka dira bjang ba ba tsenang kereke thoma mina ba e tseba ka gore le ko dibaebeleng e gona ba re roma nna matšhabeng bjanong re swantse re na le lena le di-NGO tše di beng gona mo ka moka re bone gore mo Braamfisherville re tlo berekiša bjang di-principles tša Nelson Mandela le Braamfisher re bone gore re ka thuša bjang setšhaba sa bjanong e re ke dire ditsebišo ke tše ka gore ke boletše gore lectura ya bophelo bja Braamfisherville ke tlo tla once a month ga tee mo kgweding. And this is a commitment Corporate Africa making. Once in a month, every month, I'll come to Braamfisherville to talk about the life of Braamfisher. So today I'm launching this program, Africa, of the memorial lectures in memory of Braamfisher. I'll come. And I'll give you the life of Braamfisher from when he was born, how he studied in Oxford, in the colleges in Cape Town, and how the problems of the people of South Africa affected him and his family and the people that he was living with, and how Braamfisher became a comrade. And what did he stand for? How did he grow in the Communist Party? How did he work in the ANC, in the entire alliance? And how did he represent Mandela in court? And what finally happened to him? So that life, I'll come back to it. About the World War I, how it influenced him, his visit to Russia, and many others. I want to commit Africa that all that I'll come back to it. For however long, I just want to announce, every month, I will come to Braamfisherville once in a month to talk about the life of Braamfisher. When I finish, we will go and do community work. We will always have some work to go and do. Maybe cleaning the schools. We will have to agree what we are going to do. We will also work with the academy, the Learning Academy, to see how we can help the youth and the young ones to be successful in education. I must disclose that I was once a teacher, so I'm a qualified teacher. So I'd like to work with the academy to inspire the youth to learn, and to learn, because that's what every young person must do. So mushumo o lecture. Retardira community work. If Iraura must visit the academy to also see how I can make a contribution, we will do that. But together with the leaders, let's discuss our today Ge ke for a lecture o dira eng mo community. So that I commit to do, and that's what we will be doing. We will have community support programs. So the lectures will have started today, but we will have a series of lectures once every month, and more lecturing. Now, since we se gratang go tsebisha mo gare ga moshomo re tlo bang re o dira kore le a tseba re mo sekolong se re na le sekolo sa Moses Kotane, re na le sekolo sa Nomzamo, re na le Nkoni Maropeng, sekolo sa Julius Bulai re tlo se launcha pele ga ngwa go fela nna le MEC le Sofi Church ke bile re tlotla and re ka dira sorting ya Braamfisher school. Now, since we se gratang gore ke ska se lebala kore mo Braamfisher mo krata go leboga badudi gore go kile gwa tsoga morusu mo malobanyana batho ba Braamfisherville ba former human chain ba defender skolo gore mo gare ga dikgagano tse di beng gona skolo se ska ba sa fishiwa ene krata go leboga gore dikolo tse di beng gona mo le tse di tloagiwa go ska ba go ba le se si one, not even one school. Se swantšeng se fishiwe se senyiwe batho ba se senye re le gona ge ke lebeletse community community hall ye ge ke tsena ko ntle ke a bona re community hall ye e mo matsogong a batho ba e leng gore ba rata se e leng sa setšhaba di-property le di-assets tša setšhaba di a tlhomphiwa and wa e bona e cleaning e a tlhokometse mabati ana a sa le gabotse bjalong ke rata gore di-infrastructure ye re e dirang mo Braamfisherville ka leina la campaign ya rena ya I care we care le protecte di-assets tša batho tše di leng mo Braamfisherville because Braamfisher was a communist and makomonisi ba tseba gore property ya setšhaba ke yona property e tšweletšang maphelo a batho pele ge motho a fiša sekolo o nka bana ba tharientso o ba bušetša ko 1948 ya Hendrik Verwoerd o ba bušetša morago bjalong ke rata go leboga gore infrastructure ye re yagileng mo mokgatlo wa SACP Sanko Kosatu le di-NGO ka nkagona le lena badudi go ska ba go ba le e tee e senyiwang ke yona molaetso e leng gore ke rata gore ke le kgopele gore re tlotla re age tše dingwe gape empa ke thabile ge ke bona gore tše di leng mo le di tlhokomete ke tlotla le MEC le Sofi re tlo lebelela Nkoni Maropeng gore na e sale ka mogola re yagile na ra lebelela Moses Kotane ra lebelela le Nomzamo gore na di sale ka mogola re di yagile na bjalong ke rata gore badudi ba NC le Kosatu SACP and Sanko re leboge badudi ba mo ge ba kgonne go tlhokomela property e beng gona mo se se mo gape se ke ratang go le tsebiša gore ko departmenteng ya re na le program and ke rata go bolela le batho ba PWP le youth ye e leng gona mo batho ba PWP ba tsebe gore ko departmenteng ya rena re be re le busy re plana re lebeletše gore ka ba thuša bjang ka di 26 tša July re lo launch a partnership ya UJ department ya rona re bereka le University of Johannesburg le di-TVET colleges le department ya higher education Deputy Minister Putimana mena tla ba le gona re lo launch a program ye re bitšang Moses Kotane as Training Skill Center ye e leng gore nyako thuša batho ba EPWP re ba rute gore le bona ba be le lengwalo le le botse le le kaone le leng gore le ge ba le mo Braamfisherville ba tla kgona go thuša batho mo community ya mo Braamfisherville re tlo bereka le bona gore ba tsebe gore le bona o ka kgona gore o be le lengwalo le o ka ikemang ka lona wa re gona le se ke se dirang ka gore o ka sefe motho wa EPWP mmerele ka moraga ngwaga wa motšara boele gae o ile phela bjang bjanong ke rata gore ke tsebe ke re go lena kere ntho ena ya youth unemployment ya go tlhokagala ga mešomo re na le program e nngwe ya mmušo ba e bitša Tshepo 1 million le ba EPWP re tlatla mo Braamfisherville ga ke ntse ke dira lecture re bone re ka shuma bjang motho mongwe le mongwe mo Braamfisherville re bone re na re ka se kgone go thuša batho ba be le qualification ye nngwe le ye nngwe ye ba ka e ratang gore ba kgone gore ba itšwetše pele mošomo wa bona motlho mongwe re bereka le sanko SACP le COSATU re ka kgona go lebelela gore na ke ba ba kae batho ba mo Braamfisherville ba re ka berekišang dikolote re bereka le learning academy re bone re ka se kgone go ba thuša ka gore mo bophelong a gona gore o ka tšea shortcut bophelo bja nnete ke gore ba ba ganeditšeng ke apartheid go ya sekolong ke rata go le tshepiša go na le se sengwe se re ka se dirang mo gore a bona re ka tšwetša pele maphelo a batho bjang bjanong ke tše dingwe tša dilo tše ke ratang gore go ba EPWP batho ba ba senang mešomo bana ba ba leng dikolong ge re boya re tlo discussa re bolele re tlo lebelela gorena re ka thuša bjang badudi ba Braamfisherville ka gore Braamfisherville e tswere leina la Braamfisher ebile loyare ya Mandela go na le bo Moses Kotane go na le baetapele ba community ba kgethileng maina a bona a mo setšhabeng bjano re swantse re ka re šomišane re bone gorena ke di-project le di-program tša mofutamang tše e leng gore re ka tla ra šomišana ka tšona bjalo ka ge ke boletše ka re Mandela le Braamfisher ba tla lwa le nna ge nka tšwela pele ka polele ra swarelela batho for nako e tele mola e le gore go na le project ya go volunteera ye re swantšeng gore re ye ko yona bjanong ke rata gore go lena ke re go fitlha moo ke rata gore re emiše mo re preparele gore baetapele ba announce re ye re dire mmereko gore o dirang ko ntlong eo gore re se ka tšeela batho letšatši ka moka ga lona motsotso o re bo nyakega gore re o phethagaditše empa ke rata gore go lena ke re bao ba tla kgonang re tlo swara di-lectura e tla ba e le nna ke di fang nka se romeletše motho gore na Braamfisher o tšwa ko kae o gotše bjang bophelo bja ge bo rileng o tsamaile tsela e feng go tle bjang gore le lena badudi ba mo le rate leina la Braamfisher le re pleke ke Braamfisherville so tšeo ka moka ga tšona ka tla re di dira for gane bjalo ke re ke le leboge ke re thank you very much ge le kgonne go fitlha mo le dirile modiro wa rena wa letšatši empa ke be ke rata gore ba ba ka kgonang a re yeng ko ntlong eo go diriwa modiro o dirwang re tswalele letšatši di-lectures tša Braamfisher Nelson Mandela Winnie Mandela le baetapele ba bangwe bo Moses Kotane ka moka ga bona those lectures will come and I'll come once a month maybe twice a month ka discussa le baetapele re dire di-lecture ka bophelo bja Braamfisherville le support ya ge ya file Nelson Mandela up until a tlotlokofala ka ona mantswe ao badudi ke rata gore ke a leboga ba rile as long as ke tlile mo mošomo o phethagetše ne ke re ka se sebaka a re tla dumeleng batho ga ke tsebe gore mokete o na le nama goba ona nama badudi ba tla tlhalosa le baetapele empa ka gona bjalong ke be ke re a re ilo dirang phetho ya rena ya metsotso e mebedi di-lectura di tata ka go latelana ka tšona ke lebogile thank you very much Comrade Thabang le Comrade Tshepo ba atumele ntate mama bolo sa feditse Comrade Thabang atumele ntate
We are that song, man. I believe all of us were ready again. 2019 again. I get really provincial secretary SACP or support a program ya Tumamela campaign elitwa President Ramaphosa. Again. So next year I get a tseba or ex lo moshapa ko kaya again. MEC program, provincial secretary, thank you very much for the keynote address. I hope and believe the commitment you are making. It is a reflection, you want to assist and empower community of Braamfisher. I don't think it is just you trying to impress us. And I know very well, because you have done it before, you have demonstrated a provincial secretary, you want to be amongst the people when the people need you the most. And for that, I think we are very humbled, Tate Mamabolo. And I think to all of us, it's a learning curve. I think as really Brancher Henry Kolove, it is a learning curve where we can do them better if we plan on time. But I believe the district, as Lebona, they've been with us throughout the journey. It was not an easy exercise, but because community of Braamfisher, they know their leaders and they are active, they have an interest in what it was at Braamfisher. I think Lana Abulela, Tate Mamabolo, like somebody up and down, Kafela Lina Kilo, Tate Mamabolo Ori, and I get separate Basa Siving Sipeti, including Mr. Dwight. I know you don't know Spady. You will ask for translation. Because that message that was delivered here, it had a lot of value in it. So I think on our program, because on our program, we are not going to have any other person else to speak, except the Secretary of Sanko to come and give a vote of thanks. I think it's the Secretary of Sanko. But I think before the Secretary of Sanko, I'm requested, because maybe after we will be closing, to make an announcement, I think while even Tate Mamabolo is here. Because I think I don't have the house number, but I know it is in Hillside Block. So there is a company by the name of TE Construction. TE Construction in Tate Mamabolo, they've just given us a report now to say they are adopting the house, but always assessment because they are going to develop it from roof up to down. So this is one of our local SMMEs. And I believe, because that is not the only company, perhaps this might also motivate other local SMMEs in Tate Mamabolo to put a contribution. And I believe as Tate Mamabolo every month, task is simple, is to identify owethu umsebenzi ukuthi sithole indawo la sibona khona ukuthi abantu baleyo ndawo abakwazi ukuzinceda. Angithi akusile yandlu kuphela leyana la kuhlala umagogo ziningi nala kuhlala intandani khona nala ubona khona ukuthi lana kuyahluphekwa ngempela. So but I think if Lutlile Handle provincial secretary SSCP saying or immediately after the lecture itlamele remote director Tate Mamabolo today for this program we have identified this program intervene. So TE Construction, I think that's the name of the company. At 24, I think the message for motivation, I believe. But I believe also the numbers alone obviously will try and get them so that ready for Ntate Mamabolo. So just before we close, the Secretary of SAMCO to give a vote of thanks, and after him, I want to check the Comrade Mtakan. I'm not sure if he's around, but after him, I'll just have to go and check with him for the last item. Over to you, Manito. Koparimu, just a quick one.
SACP, viva!
We're judging heaven. Give us this day our daily bread.
Thy will be done as it is done in heaven. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. For thine is thy kingdom, the power and the glory, forever and ever, amen. For thine is thy kingdom, the power and the glory, forever.
Woo! Our Father must be happy wherever he is. You kids are just beautiful. Jesus, just come down and listen to these voices.
And
Did you hear that? Shit!
amen.